Now this is how you remember the accommodation of the eye. Now before we get to look at the distances between the object and the eye, I want you to know these two things, okay? Which is the ciliary muscles and the suspensory ligament. The one that holds onto the lens is called suspensory ligament, and the other one that controls the thickness of the lens is all controlled by ciliary muscles. Now you know how muscles work. Muscle can contract and muscles can relax. Now for suspensory ligament on the other end, it is not exactly a muscle. So the way that it does is that it slackens or it tightens. Now this is all there to control the thickness of the lens. Now I want you to know one thing is that the muscles and the suspensory ligament, they work in an antagonistic manner, meaning when one contracts, the other one will slacken. If one relaxes, the other one will tighten. So this is how they kind of work. Generally, to understand this accommodation, we need to look at the near object and the far object. Now, if the object is really near to the eye, so what happens is when the light enters the eye, it will get refracted by the lens. And what happens is that because of the distance of the object from the eye, away from the eye, is near, so it will kind of just refract slightly beyond the eye. In order to have a clear image, this intersection point, the focal point, it has to land on the photoreceptors. It has to land on the retina. So what happens is that the lens will get thicker. If you look at thicker lens, it will give you more refraction. So this will refract more and land on the eye. So in order for that to happen, to make thick lens, you need the lens to go rounder. The one that's holding on to the lens, the suspensory ligament, will have to slack. So suspensory ligament will slack and the ciliary muscles will contract. Only then it will be able to make a thick lens, therefore more refraction, making the image sharper. Now if it's far object, because the object is far from the eye, so when they will meet before the retina or before the photoreceptors. Now what the lens needs to do is to get thinner so that it will give less refraction, and it will then project the image onto the retina slightly after, so which is right here. Now you can see, in order for this to happen, you need to have thin lens. Thin lens gives you less refraction. This is the ciliary muscle and this is suspensory ligament. It has to do the exact opposite of what you see up there. This has to tighten so that it can pull the lens thinner. Okay, this has to relax. Okay, and that's your answer.